Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to Dawn of Man in Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to Dawn of Man in Frostlake. Alrighty, so I've been thinking a little bit. I think from here on out, if I'm really careful, we economically will be fine continuing to expand our population. We should be able to continue gathering up enough food that I can sustain the population we have right now and maybe then continue to grow. The primary way that we are going to die is not going to be from an economic death spiral, though that could happen. The primary way that we are going to die, I think, is from raiders. So that means today's video, I think we really need to double down on getting as many raiders situated as possible. That means placing down all sorts of fun towers. It also means as soon as I can get the reinforced fortifications, go hard on that stuff. Now, that does take iron in order to make. So, once we are able to get some iron properly put together in the Iron Age, right, then we'll have to go ahead and start working on reinforced fortifications, then go directly to steel, make the best weapons we can, make the best defenses we can, and then just bunker down until we have enough population to actually win the dang game. One issue I am having, though, as far as like building towers and stuff, is I don't have enough leather to go around. And part of that, I think, is because we are taking our animal skins, and for some reason we've decided making dry skins as a priority, which I don't think was smart, because we need those, plus some tannin in order to make some leather. So I'm going to say that from here on out, tanning some leather is a higher priority. In fact, we may want to get a couple more of those going. Let's go ahead and do that like so. There we go. And yeah, once we have those going, make plenty of proper leather. We'll still need to hunt down animals just for that. And that should go a long way to actually helping me put up the best possible defenses. Okay, here comes the next round of raiders, unfortunately. Time for everyone to retreat. Let's think here. So we can try turning all of these back on, and hopefully that makes a difference. We are going to be closing down the gates, of course. Or actually, maybe we open all gates, but we leave this one closed. Hang on. Open all gates except for you. You stay close. Nope, that didn't work. We have to close it down proper. Hang on. Close. There we go. All right, so everyone should be getting into position. There's no easy way for a lot of these people to get in. Where's the rest of my population? There's quite a few that need to be getting closer. We can close this one down. That should speed things up a little bit. We can re-enable some of these. We can close this just to be safe. Okay, so the attack has begun. The gate is going to have to close, and that should mess up their pathing, but we're getting a few free pot shots on a lot of their melee units, so we should be able to take these guys down. And actually, they're now running so far all around the base. Oh, they actually found a way in. Oh. Well, that's a bit of a problem, but hopefully we can take them all down. Hopefully. So we've lost 4 people so far, and it looks like that was it. Okay, 4 all in all, not great, but not actually the worst. That was sort of kind of okay. And I think splitting up their forces like that actually worked out really surprisingly well. I do want to try to trade off as many of my copper tools as I can right now. Mainly because I know once I go up to the Iron Age, all of these are going to become worthless again. So even if I have to buy a lot of things that I probably don't need that much, it might be worth it a little bit, just to try and get a little bit more value. Like, do I really need some more wool clothes or wool cloth or some goats? Probably not, but it's basically free stuff at this point. We're gonna lose so much trade value in just a little bit. I think it's worth it. Okay, I have enough knowledge to move on to the Iron Age, so this is where I want to trade off the last of my bows and my copper tools, all of them if at all possible. There's just not enough stuff here to justify some of this. I guess we'll take the fishing rods just because I can sell those for a pretty decent price later. Some more horses, I guess? It's not great. More bronze sickles is not terrible, at least I can certainly use those. And then, yeah, I guess we'll take 1 horse, and then, I don't know, do we take a second one? I mean, it's so expensive. I think we're going to lose a lot of value here, but it doesn't matter too much, right? All right. Let's just go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. Getting some more bronze sickles should keep me going for a while. And now that we've gotten rid of all of those, it's time to move on to the Iron Age. Boom! Okay. So with iron smelting now available, we have a whole new production chain we got to go figure out. Let's start planting down some iron mines. I think there's at least a couple of them over here, both of which would be nice. Then we are going to need a bloomery, which is kind of like the other smelting pots and stuff we had before. We're going to place down a couple of these right over there. And also, we need a new blacksmith in order to actually work the iron, since apparently a metalsmith is simply not good enough. So a blacksmith here should be fine. We probably should stop making the bronze by default. We'll save some of the charcoal so that we can use that for iron, because I need to go heavy on this stuff. As much iron as possible to reinforce all my fortifications, and eventually work toward that steel, which costs the exact same amount as iron, but is better in every way. Oh no, the wild horses have gone extinct. That's fine. Feral horses still exist. What's the real difference between the two? I don't know. You know what feral horses are, right? They're like regular horses, only they're feral. Looks like we might have 4 more people that are about to join. That would certainly be quite nice. Both of the bloomeries are up and running. Doesn't show you the cost for steel, but it's the same as iron. 1 iron, 1 charcoal equals a bar of metal. And yeah, 4 more people. That is exciting. Surprisingly, the commissioner, or the trader who's come by, has not had any new technology for me to buy. Which, I'll admit, I'm a little disappointed by that, but okay. You can see, by the way, that the regular bows have lost their value rather significantly, so that's a thing. I'm hoping that by offloading a lot of our bows, we opened up a lot more inventory space so that my traders will, or sorry, my settlers will start making a lot more of these composite bows. That would certainly help. In the meantime, I suppose we could buy some more bronze swords for defense. It's not the worst idea. It's not the best idea, but it's not the worst idea. Okay, I built a redundant metalsmith, which I will immediately tear down, and that was enough to get me some knowledge for the reinforced fortifications. Okay. So, this unlocks the upgrades to our platforms so that more people can stand on them. It upgrades the towers, and it gives us upgrades for the gates. Given that they tend to spend a lot of time attacking the gates, I think it could make a lot of sense for me to start reinforcing those first. Let's just do a quick check to see if I have any idea of raiders that are coming toward me to make sure that I'm not about to tear down a gate and get myself killed. I don't see any evidence of them yet, so that's good. So, let's start by tearing down, let's say, this gate and upgrading to reinforce. Now, it does take some iron to do this, so it's a little bit costly, but I think it's worth it. There we go. We have some reinforced gates. Okay, that should delay them at least a little bit when they do decide to attack. Getting some upgraded guard towers and stuff would also be quite nice. That one, however, is significantly more expensive, so I'm not sure that we'll be able to do that right away. Here comes some raiders. I was just thinking that it feels like it's about time for us to get another raider attack, and sure enough, there they are. What on earth are you doing out here with your knife just stabbing these guys? This is how you get killed. No. I mean, I guess he bought us a little bit more time. Credit where it's due, but now he's dead, so that wasn't great. All right, so we have a lot of people on the way. This is a pretty large raider group, and they seem to have a lot of steel weapons. That doesn't give me a whole lot of hope, but oh well. Let's give our people a chance to get inside, hopefully. We're going to have to close these gates right about now. Okay, that should keep them fairly well distracted. They destroyed a tower in, like, no time flat. And some people are getting shot down from our platforms, unfortunately, as well. We did not manage to finish constructing one of these gates, which is exactly what I was afraid was going to happen. Okay, but we have somebody over here who's able to pick down at least on a few of them. And they're wasting a lot of time killing a dog, which is okay. We've lost 4 people so far, 5 people so far. Another, maybe that's 6, 7, I think. 7 in total? Yeah, it looks like 7. Not great. Not great. And I was partly caught with my pants down with some people out in the open, and that's part of the issue there. We may want to consider just building some watchtowers out in the middle of nowhere, kind of far from the base. Gives the raiders something to target early on, so that they waste their time fighting that and give me a lot more heads up. That could actually be a very, very good thing for me to do in the future. Finally, a trader comes by with something we can actually use for technology. Baking? It's not quite as good as I might have hoped, but I mean, it's okay. We could trade off, let's say, a whole load of bronze spears. I think our bronze tools are probably about to lose a lot of value, and spears are not, in my opinion, that useful at this point in the game. We've got bows for hunting and swords for fighting. What do I really need a spear for, right? That's kind of my opinion anyway. Beyond that, let's offload some of our extra bones and other crap that we certainly do not need. We actually are doing okay on the leather front all of a sudden. Could load off some of these extra shields, which we have captured from the corpses of our enemies, and that is enough to get the tech. All right. So we got the baking tech a little early. Great. Do I need it? Nah. But, I mean, hey, saves me a little bit of effort. Let's go to production and build out a couple of ovens. We could also buy the Staddle Stones technology. And this is starting to get a little bit risky because I'm using up a lot of my tools, But I do think getting some more tech makes a lot of sense. We'll hold on to a few of these just to be safe. And then, yeah, maybe get rid of one of you and then get rid of some more bones. Maybe not that many bones. And boom, okay. Sure, stones technology. What I was really hoping for was steel making. But, I mean, I guess we'll take that. That lets me upgrade my granaries if I so desire. Whole load of my animals are starting to die off, because I simply can't keep enough straw. This is one of the problems with having to build so many towers and stuff. Maintaining them and just building them in the first place takes loads of straw. Upgrading all my houses takes straw. Everything takes straw. It is so hard to get enough in this game. I've got fields all over the place, but I simply can't keep up with planting and harvesting enough just to get everyone going. It's almost as if you really have to have practically no animals at all. Except for the ones that are hooked up to the plows and stuff, of course. But, I don't know. The game doesn't seem too consistent about keeping people hooked up, either. So, maybe that's hoping for too much. Something I'm going to try over here, and I have no idea if this is going to work or not. I'm going to build palisades, just one single little block of palisades in a few different areas out here, and see if that does, in fact, give me some extra alert. Now, they may not attack it. They may only want to attack something like a watchtower. I know that they are pre-programmed to want to kill them. But with any luck, they decide, you know what? Screw that little block of logs that are sticking up in the air. I don't like those things, and they decide to attack them. And if they do, I get a little bit more forewarning that I am going to have to deal with some raiders. Oh, wait, I see some raiders. This is it. This is it. We got another bunch coming over the mountain over here. Okay. Well, we have some towers that are a little out of repair, because, you know, once again, we didn't have all the stuff that I was going to need. We got a raging muskox that wants to fight me, apparently. I need all of you guys to run over here as fast as you can. I'm double-clicking to try and force them to get over here. Glad that I noticed, because most of my population was out of position, but I'm still not feeling super confident. I think we could be in a little bit of trouble. I am going to certainly close this gate. And I'm going to close this gate, and I'm going to close this gate down over here. And with any luck, that forces them to run around in some stupid areas and buy myself some time to properly split their forces up. Where are they all going? They're all going over here? Yeah, this is where I would have expected them. We have basically no one in position to defend. Oh, God. Yeah, most of my archers and stuff are not where they need to be. Yeah, and they're exhausted because, you know, they run out of stamina in, like, no time flat. This is going to hurt. This one's going to hurt. There's no way around it. All right, here goes nothing. Some of these guys are going to go take a nap. What are you all doing? Good God, you're so freaking stupid. Get up here. God, I hate them sometimes. All right, we lost 2 people, and that actually was surprisingly it. Well, I take it back. It looks like there's another one over here we had to kill. Losing only 2 people, considering how all that went, is amazing to me. It turns out forcing them to split their forces actually works out well. Wait, there's another one over here. Kill him. Thank you. See, they do sometimes get stuck on the walls. Okay. Yeah, that probably had no business working as well as it did. I'm still a little bit mad at you guys for being so stupid. But we survived. Oh, we finally have enough technology. Okay, moving on to the steel-making technology. Now, this might mean that all my bronze tools just lost all their trading value. I'm not too sure. Either way, they're good enough. I'll continue to use them. I don't have to trade them. But now, instead of making lots of iron, what we want to be doing is making lots and lots of steel. Exact same cost. It's amazing. And as you can see here from, let's say, the iron sickle, 3 stars for harvesting versus steel, 4 stars. So steel is just better in every possible way and doesn't cost me anything extra. I mean, what's not to like about that? Looks like we can also sell off a lot of our extra tools here, which I just said I wasn't going to do, but I'm going to anyway in order to buy the deep mining technology, which should allow me to build the deep iron mine and start extracting even more ore out of these same locations down over here, so they won't run out quite as quickly. Which could be nice, because I don't want to exhaust all of the nearby sites, because obviously that just increases my travel time. I'm going to try something just a little unorthodox to defend myself against raiders. I'm building small sections of palisades right outside of the gate. The hope being that when a major raider invasion comes by, some of them might get stuck on the gate, and some of them will go around, which lets me effectively split their forces and pick them off. And that's a very cheap price to pay if it does give me the extra security that I need. Just a few logs? I'll take that and save some human lives every day. And now that I'm thinking about that, that's a pretty rare thing for me to say in a lot of these games, so you know I must be emotionally invested in this freaking campaign at this point. I'm willing to save lives, even at the cost of resources. Gosh, what does that say about me as a person? Oh, there they are. I see them coming over the hills. Okay, so this is going to be a great opportunity to find out if this actually works. Unfortunately, I was in the process of upgrading one of my wooden platforms, so maybe that's not going to be an option right now. We're going to go ahead and close down this gate, and this gate, and this gate for now. Leave the others open so that people have ways of getting into the base properly. I don't know why I would want people up here. I guess it's kind of okay. Some might sneak up this way, and I'd like to get a few pot shots off on them. So that's all right. All right, everyone get in position, please. I need all of my warriors. All of them. Like, some of you guys really have no business not being in position right about now. Oh, but we're tired. Too freaking bad. Oh, you're gonna go get an overshield, are you? Gonna go get an overshield. Well, that must be nice for you, thinking you have the time to do things like that. They actually have distributed their forces pretty well, I think. For the most part, just having a few people to guard one of the gates they might break off to attack. Primarily, though, this is, of course, my weakest point where they could be attacking me, so it kind of figures that that's exactly what they're doing. Kind of does figure. It does look like a few of them are, in fact, getting stuck on walls, which means I might have a chance to get a few extra kills before they go too far. And some of them are going off this direction, so having some people able to pick them off was nice. I'm going to disable this now and say you guys need to go somewhere else, like, let's say, right up here. There we go. Everyone get up top there. There we go. Lost a couple of people. Looks like we have cleared out this group, and that leaves only this group left, and they're all gone. Is that everybody? That is everybody. We win. Wow. Only lost 2. Okay. Yes. At my weakest point, we only lost, I'm sorry, 3. 3 humans. That is not too bad. Not too bad at all. You know, something I'm finding is, weirdly enough, I'm not confident that the plows are as worth it as I thought they were going to be. I mean, yeah, you have an animal or two, and they're able to plow some pretty large areas, but the thing is, it costs you so much hay, which slows down all of your building projects by such a significant margin, especially your defensive projects. Whereas, it's not that much longer just to have your mass population go out there and plant everything themselves. I don't know. Ever since I accidentally slaughtered the rest of my cattle, just having a couple of horses on hand for carts and some plows seems to have been enough, and now we have enough straw left over, I can actually build things again. I don't know. I'm just saying. It doesn't seem to be as obvious to me that that's worth it as I thought it would be. Hey, let's go for the hydropower. All right, that lets us build water mills, which is one nice way of getting all of my grain quickly ground up so we don't have to have somebody going over to these mortars and manually burning it all down. Not burning. A pestle and mortaring? Is that the thing? I don't know. The point is we can save a lot of manual effort. Here we go. Our first water mill is being built. There we go. Just takes 3 grain and turns into 3 flour super duper quickly. Yeah, that's helpful. I'll take it. We were able to build our first staddle granary over here, just sitting on top of some rocks. Not only does it have more inventory space, I think it is supposed to help make your food last longer in general, which is quite nice. So there's only one technology that is currently eluding me, and that is the complex megalithism. And traders have been coming by and offering me that for a while now, so I think it's very, very likely that we will have the opportunity to get that just by buying it. That said, we could also just save ourselves the materials. It's not that many knowledge points away. Construct a few more tools and stuff, and I think we've got it. So that's probably going to be the way to go. Other than that, we just need to be able to continue hunkering down and dealing with raiders as they come by. They shouldn't be able to technologically advance much more than they already have. And this little palisade trick right here, I think, is actually going to be a game changer. Probably should have been doing that a lot sooner, had I really known that that was going to be much of a thing. Let's continue upgrading our watchtowers. Let's make sure we have reinforced platforms. And then once all of those are done, we start upgrading the rest of the walls. Am I too worried about them? No. Like, we can never upgrade these walls, and I think we'll be fine. Because really, they don't spend a lot of their time attacking the walls themselves when they could just go for the gate. Still, for the sake of the imagery and such, it would be kind of nice just to have stone walls all the way around Frostlake. That would be pretty nice for me. Other than that, though, I think this might be a good place for us to end this video. I'm expecting another raider attack very soon, and all we have to do is get a few more tools, and we'll have the last bit of our technology. For our milestones, there are only a couple things left for us to do. We'll get this one in just a minute. Then we have to build a stone circle. And that's going to be tricky because that means I need to get a load of the megaliths out here. We could just dismantle a bunch I already have, and that's fine, but there's a chance that we lose the megalith. and we don't get to recycle that thing. So, we may want to spend some time going out and just harvesting more and bringing them back toward the base. That takes a lot of time, but I think that might be okay, as long as we don't do it immediately before a raid. Then we need to get up to 30 roundhouses, that's easy, and reach a population of 150. I would have said that that's borderline impossible, except for the fact that we are now sitting at 78, and if we can't keep surviving raids, then this is totally doable, just a little on the tricky side. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask that you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.